Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Portland River Hogs. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Portland River Hogs. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes
last week. 2 touchdown
week.
passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Johnson. 66 yards for him on the ground. Nothing fancy there. A little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And we look now at the Lions offense.
And they come off a tough loss last week. And what's their reward? A 2nd straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And a nice play on the end of it. An 18-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's it, baby.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Son, Pittsburgh. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Let's go. Drive on.
From the 30 on second down. Murray, open man is Ross, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions 16.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Completes it to Benjamin. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 2nd and 5 now. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Johnson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 13 carries, 118 yards.
Well, he's the #2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to #1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
From the 17, Murray, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Murray now. And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out. As they are now on the board here in the 1st half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. in this amount of time. I think it was a two-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Blue 60! Ricky!
Stafford on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down? We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Stafford now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Caught by Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
On first down, Pollard. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And a huge play that time. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. Trying to run forward with Pollard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 21. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catch.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Murray escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles Harris able to record his 5th sack of the season. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as they have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense, these defense. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That's taken on the 25. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On 2nd and 12, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5. Here we go. Time to Andrew. Hey, it's time to. Hey, let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Stafford delivers this to Hockenson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Stafford, blitz coming, and down he goes.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Murray. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
56. Mike, 56.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Murray going to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to record his 5th sack of the season. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
So Stafford and the Lions now down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 2.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Stafford. Throw left side taken in by Galladay. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. To try again after the sack. Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the 50, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
You know I'm going to lean.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. On 1st down, Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a quick